Hello everyone, welcome to Beware the Terrible. So today we're gonna look at some pack openings of Darkness Ablaze. We're gonna open 100 of them and we're gonna purchase them from the store. So I saved up quite a lot of coins, as you can see, 20,000 just for this Darkness Ablaze. And I actually had to keep them for a few months, and I had to keep them for even this few weeks because I didn't have my laptop to record. My PC was shut down and it had a lot of difficulties. That is why I can't record over the last few months, and I'm sorry for the delay in posting of videos. And I'm sorry that I was absent for a while. The reason being that, as I said, my PC had a lot of issues and I eventually sent it to repair. And long story short, I couldn't record without any devices. Basically, the only device that I can play PTCGO is with my tablet, and my tablet doesn't allow me to record. It doesn't allow me to screen record, and it doesn't allow me to edit my videos. So the only way I get to do that is with a PC. And now that I get my PC up and running again, I can promise you that we are gonna be regular. We're gonna post more regular videos from now on. Unless it shuts down for no reason. I have it insured. I have my devices insured now, so we should be good for a few months. We should be good for the next year actually. So I don't want to talk too much about that. Now let's go ahead and purchase this 99 packs and then go to collection and open them. I've analyzed it quite a while. It was released. Let's buy another one because it's not exactly 100. Sorry about that. There we go, 100. So I'm pretty excited about this. As you can see, our coins have dropped to only 773 from 20,000, and we had that exclamation point, which was quite a big deal to me because I've never had that exclamation point where it says if you exceed 25,000, I think 25,000 coins, you won't be able to earn any more coins. And I'm very excited with this new pack because I have a lot of new ideas, especially with the new abilities. I'm not too interested with the V's, but I'm very interested with the abilities and the trainer cards, especially the Spike Myth trainer card. That's pretty much of a game changer if you ask me. And Rose and Rose Tower, those are really good cards as well. And Kabu is a really good supporter. Pairs well with one Pokemon in play. So we have a Lunatone in our first draw. I'm not sure how good that is, just a Psychic, not really that good. We have a Struggle Glove. If you're weak towards that Pokemon, you do 30 more damage towards it. So let's see what our rare card is. We have a Talonflame. It gets burned, not that good. Let's go for the next one. Hope we get a V or a good ability card. Oh yay, a Rose Tower. It's the same as the Oranguru's Instruct ability, allows you to draw 3 cards in your hand once per turn. So, Oranguru is no longer a standard card. So this is the only one that allows you to draw 3 cards in your hands every turn, but it's only once though. Whereas with the Oranguru, you get to use more than once if you have more than one Oranguru on your bench, but it's no longer standard. So you got a Turbo Patch Gold, doesn't mean anything because this is non-tradable. This is purchased from the shop, so it's pretty not that good. So Bitter Cold allows you to paralyze your Pokemon if it's an active Pokemon, but you need to flip a coin though. And we have the new Glimwood Tangle, which allows you to flip another coin if you're not satisfied with your flip. Sometimes you do need a tails, but most times you need a heads. So we have our rare fossil. I have a lot of ideas with the new fossils. I love the new fossils. Limber is not that good, and we have this Giga Impact, which is quite interesting. Giga Impact for all of the Simis. All the Simis have they don't show the other types. All the Simis have the same attack cost and the same damage that it attacks, and it's just different names, but they have the different types. So basically, you get to use a triple acceleration energy for all those 3. Basically, you get to hit 3. You get to hit 3 different weaknesses for just 1 triple acceleration energy. You don't need 3 different types of energy. You just need, as I said, the same one. 30, 110, 3 energies, 1 energy. So you just need triple acceleration energy to do 110 damage for 3 different types: fire, water, and leaf. So let's see if we get good cards here. Tyranitar. Discard the top 5 cards of your deck. That's not too good. Pretty bland. First few draws are pretty bland. Another semi-poor. Oh, we got a Salamence. That's really good. Supercross and Heavy Storm. I'm pretty interested in the Salamence VMAX because it has a Sonic Double. Sonic Double allows you to do 40 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon for only 1 energy cost. And Familiar Bell is really good as well. And also Salamence VMAX is a normal type, which means you get to use a Welder on it. I've seen a lot of people using Welders with Salamence and Salamence VMAX. Kaboo, there we go, a new Kaboo. And Billowing Smoke. This is a very interesting card because they don't draw the prize card if they knock you out. They discard the prize card. So it's quite a game changer if you ask me. Unless they have a Tool Scrapper or anything like that. Antibacterial Skin, not that good. But actually, any Steel type is really good because we have new Turbo Patch and we have Metal Saucers. So any Steel type is really overpowered if you ask me. And there we go, a Spikemuth. I actually have already 2 Spikemuth because I couldn't stand, I couldn't wait. So I had to go to the tournament and get a few packs, trade for a few Spikemuth because I'm very obsessed with the new stadium cards and the new. I'm very obsessed with the new stadium cards and the new, the new trainer cards. They are very interesting. Pierre's allows you to draw 1 dark energy and 1 dark Pokemon card. So powerful, the new strong energy, normal type, or flying type. And we have the Cape of Toughness, which is the new Giant Cape. Allows you to add 50 HP for a basic Pokemon that isn't a Pokemon GX. Works for any V as well. Heart Phase, interesting. Not the fossil I'm looking for, but good enough. There we go, Arctozolt. Biting Whirlpool works really well with Gengar's Gnawing Curse and Frozen City if you're using an expanded deck. But if you're using a, if you're using a standard deck, if you're building a standard deck, it only works well with Sableye V. I'm not sure what other combos you can use. There are probably a lot of other combos. Oh my goodness! we got a special trainer card. My very first, well, my second actually, third, but my very first locked special energy card. I mean, special supporter card. So old PC allows you to put a card from your discard pile into your hand. Wow, any card. I thought it was an item card. So it allows you to put any card from your discard pile into your hand for 2 heads. And it's an item card. So you get to use a lot of it. Soul Rock. Resistance Shade. Not that good. We have the new Bird Keeper, which is really good. Mad Party. Mad Party is really annoying because they kept winning. I can't really defeat a Mad Party yet. Labyrinth of Sand. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, your opponent can't retreat. And Desert Geyser allows you to do 130 discard your opponent's stadium card. Prevent all damage. Oh wow, it's basically a protection spell. If you discard your opponent's stadium card, you get to prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to it, on the next turn. So that's quite interesting. Captivating Tail, useless. The new Hydreigon is pretty useful though. And I have an idea of using the Hydreigon's ability with the new Flying Taxi of Corviknight, because if you could scoop up any Pokemon, if you could scoop up any Vs or GXs, especially if it's a Dark type with your Flying Taxi, you could reattach those energies and you could basically heal all damage and reattach those energies back with your Hydreigon's ability. So that's a very useful combo in my opinion. I didn't really see what that gear Pokemon does, but I'm pretty sure it's not that bad. This is quite useless. 5 and I thought it's 6 energies. I've never seen any 6 energy attack costs. Big Parasol prevents all effects done to all of your Pokemon, really good. And Toxapex, quite useless. It's a stage 1 and it's that useless. But who knows, you know, with the right combos you can really make any card powerful. Really depends though. If it's a useless basic, then it can't do anything. Zing Zap. We have a Rose. Flaffy. 40 attack. X-Ball. Not bad. Our second V, I think. Oh no, I think that was our first V. So we have a Dracozolt. I don't quite like that one because it only does a lot of damage. That's the only thing it do. There's no ability or special effects. Flash Impact allows you to do 30 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Not that good. Sky Circus. I'm very interested in making a new Sky Circus deck because Swanna is not that bad. And we have our Starly and our Rowlet, which allows you to do special effects as well. Another Kabu, really good. I love Kabu. Charizard V. Charizard VMAX is really good because, you know, it's a fire type. You get to use Kiawe, you get to use Welder, and you even get to use Turbo Patch. There we go, Swanna. You may discard a card from your hand if you do 70 more damage. Wow. If you do 70 more damage. If you play Bird Circus, Sky Circus. For all Sky Circus ability, if you play a Bird Keeper during your turn, basically there's no energy. The attack cost becomes 0. Another Mew. And another Sky Circus. Sorry, I'm getting a bit... Pokemon Breeder Nurturing. Allows you to evolve 2 of your Pokemons, but it's a supporter. and you can't evolve it during your first turn or on the turn you play it, meaning it's not a Wally. It's not a Wally, it's not an enhanced Wally. It is basically just an enhanced Evo Soda, and it's in a supporter form. So it's not really that good if you ask me, because the only extra effect it does is that it allows you to evolve an extra Pokemon. You know, I actually prefer Wally to the Pokemon Breeder, because Wally allows you to evolve immediately as you know, immediately after you put the Pokemon into play, you get to evolve it. But Wally is no longer allowed, not even in an expanded format. And we got a Sandiscorch VMAX. Yippee! Not really that interested in the Sandiscorch, because, you know, it's probably gonna be the new Dragapult VMAX, where everyone's gonna just spam it everywhere. We got another Sky Circus. If you use Bird Keeper this turn, you have no attack cost. So even Wondrous Labyrinth doesn't do anything to it, because basically all of your attack costs become 0. So if you have a Wondrous Labyrinth in play, if your opponent has a Wondrous Labyrinth in play, Sky Circus works perfectly. It still works like magic. Familiar Bell is really good. It works well with Spiritom's Spirit Compressor. We have Double Smash. It also works well with Mysterious Treasure or Viridian Forest, which allows you to discard any Stage 1, Stage 2, or any Pokemon that you need to repeat, that you need to repetitively collect from your deck. You get to use, you get to discard it, and then you get to use Familiar Bell to draw even more. It's basically like a repeat ball, only you have to have it in your discard pile. Another Mew. I'm kind of hoping for a Hydreigon, because Hydreigon is really good, especially for standard. Another Talonflame. Not really doing too well. Nickit. Another Kabu. I think that's our 4th one. I'm very happy now. We got 4 Kabus. I love Kabu so much. Eternatus. Eternatus VMAX allows you to have an ability. The effect of the ability is the same as the Sky Field's effect, but it only allows you to have 8 dark type Pokemons in play. It all have to be dark types. If you have any other type, it doesn't work anymore. So we have Scizor V. Don't quite like that one. Triple Poison and Sludge Whirlpool. I think Scizor VMAX is not bad, just because it's a Steel type. You get to use Metal Saucer and Turbo Patch before you evolve. Another Sky Circus, perfect. Starly is also a Sky Circus card, and it allows you to do. It has the same effect as Talonflame, the old Talonflame normal type, which allows you to search your deck for any 2 cards. It's like, I think it's like the new Craymorant, but you know, it has 2 attack costs unless you use a Bird Keeper. Energy Loop. We already have 4 Bird Keepers, by the way, because I already purchased the 2 new theme decks, the Darmanitan and the Farfetch deck. Ooh, Salamence V. Sonic Double. The other attack is not that good, because you can't attack the next turn unless you switch it out, and then you switch and retreat, you get to use it again. I think it's only 240 damage for 4 attack cost. You know, it's really heavy and it's not that good. But it has a high HP, and you get to stack it up with, you get to stack your Powerful Energy, and you get to do quite a lot of damage with it. But the bad thing about Powerful Energy is a special energy. You can't attach it with BD, you can't attach it with Turbo Patch. So you can't really stack too many Powerful Energies without wasting too many turns. So Powerful Energy is not that good if you ask me. And we don't have Deontay Prism Star to stack it to support it as well. Whereas the old Strong Energy, we got Strong Energy, we got Deontay, we got all those other tool cards and stadium cards to add damage. So the new Powerful Energy is not really that powerful, because it doesn't add too many. It doesn't add too much. There's not too many other supporting tool cards and abilities that stack the damage. Assault Gate is not bad because it allows you to do 90 immediately on one energy, but you need to switch it out. Kind of like the old Zapdos. Sorry, Zapdos. I can't remember what the name is, but Zapdos allow you to do 80 damage for one energy cost if you switch it out immediately. Limber, another Limber. Another rare fossil, not bad. Another Sky Circus. I think that's our 5th one. Oh my goodness, we have 6 of it. A Heat Energy. Add 20 damage. Sorry, add 20 HP to your fire type Pokemon. Nasty Plot. 70, not that good. Heart Phase, another Heart Phase. I'm kind of hoping for a Draco Vish. I think I couldn't help myself, but I bought a few Darkness Ablaze before I recorded this, so I kind of wasted a few coins and then I had to earn them back so that I get to show this video, so that I get to buy 100 and show this video. So in the past few openings that's not shown in this video, another bitter cold, I got a Draco Vish. So a Draco Vish has the ability that allows you to prevent your opponents from evolving any of their Pokemons. So they can't evolve any Pokemon. That's really good, as long as that Draco Vish is your active Pokemon though. Another Assault Gate and another Charizard V, really good. A Struggle Glove. That's quite interesting actually. Struggle Glove is going to be quite interesting. You can have a Weakness Energy with a Struggle Glove. Weakness Guard Energy. I think Weakness Policy is still standard. So you don't really need a Weakness Guard Energy, you just need a Weakness Policy. I'm getting a bit breathless here. 170, and you get to add 50 more damage for each extra Dark Energy, but you can't add more than 100. You can't add more than 100 damage in this way, so it's really not that useful because you can only do 270 damage for 5 energy costs. So Grimmsnarl is not that good unless you have a Hydreigon to support it. I've seen quite a lot of people stack their Dark type, use a lot of special Dark type Pokemons, heavy attack cost Dark type Pokemons with the Hydreigon V. Sorry, not Hydreigon V. Normal Hydreigon, with the ability that allows you to attach as many energy cards from your hand to your Pokemon as you like, to any of your Pokemon, as many times as you like. Another Struggle Glove, another Rose Tower, and another Thievel. Turbo Patch, another VMAX, Centiskorch, not bad. We got 2 Charizard V and 2 Centiskorch VMAXs. That's really not bad. I think both of our Centiskorch VMAX is the special one, the full art one. That's pretty cool. Glimwood Tangle, yay, finally. So Glimwood Tangle is the new Flip Teeny, allows you to flip an extra coin if you're not satisfied with your current flip. And I think we have a lot of Simipours now. I think only one Simisage and one Simi-Fire. I'm not sure what the fire type's name is, but Simisare, I think. Way too many Sky Circuses. 9, oh my god. Another Wigglytuff. Very useless. Except for the Sleep Pulse though. Sleep Pulse allows you to do 30 damage and make your opponent asleep. There's quite a lot of those 30 damage thingies. You know, you do 30 damage plus an effect, but this is only 20 damage, my bad. So Greedent allows you to do 100 damage for 2 energies, not bad, and you put it back into your hand. So it's kind of like Tingly Return, except it's not a GX attack, and your opponent is not paralyzed. Oh yay, a Hydreigon and a Billowing Smoke. It'll be very interesting to see, to make a deck out of the Billowing Smoke and Jesse and James, and you know, Marnie's and all of those hand discard abilities. A Mars card can discard your opponent's hand as well. So basically, any card, any deck that allows you to starve your opponent's hand is quite useful because, you know, usually they need a proper hand to be able to do something. So Billowing Smoke really works well with those cards. I'm thinking of using Billowing Smoke with the tag team. What's it called again? The Drivenon and Dusknoid tag team. So I'm thinking of using that tag team GX in pair with the Billowing Smoke and with a few other cards that allows the opponent to discard their hand, because that would be pretty radical. So Vengeful Flame allows us to do 100 more damage, 200 damage if we have any benched fire Pokemon with damage counters on it. Cape of Toughness. Another Hydreigon, yay! I've never opened this many packs before, because in the past I've always been impatient. Whenever I get a few coins, I would just buy any packs that I want. Sometimes I would buy random packs. Sometimes I would buy the really old packs because I need the XY cards. So I would buy really old packs. It would really be very random. I never bought 100 of the same packs before, which is really quite a good practice because you kind of need a lot of the same cards to make a good deck. A lot of the same cards from the same expansion. Obviously, you need other cards from other expansions as well, but it would be very helpful to have the same cards, a lot of the same cards in your collection already, because otherwise you can't make a good deck, you know. So it's quite good practice to buy a lot of the same expansion, a lot of the same packs from the same expansion, so that you get to make a proper deck. We have 41 more to go, meaning we have opened already 59. Hopefully we get more Vs. I think we have a lot of fire Vs. We have Houndoom V, our last V. We have another Hydreigon, yay! We have Charizard V, and we have the Centiskorch VMAX. Not bad. No Butterfrees yet. I don't quite like the Butterfree because they keep using Butterfree Vs with the, what's it called again? Toxicroak. The Toxicroak with the more poison ability and the Panic Spores ability from Parasect. So those two can really stack a lot of damage with your Tox Breeze, with your Gmax Tox Breeze attack, but it's 3 energy attack cost those. So we got a Heatran, I'm not sure what it does. 10 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Not that good. Not bad though, because you get to use Welder and immediately you get to, unless they kill you with one shot, which is probably very likely since it's only 130 HP. Staraptor is not bad actually, 70, and allows you to blend your energy from any Pokemon to your other Pokemons. Reflect. I think the new Galarian Mr. Rhyme is the Mad Party one. There we go. And Shuffle Dance allows you to, oh, that's not bad. It's like the Pantomime ability, except it's your opponent's. Reverse Pantomime. Another Pokemon breeder. Oh, wow. We got a full art Rose. Special Rose. I think we got 3 special trainer cards. We got a Pokemon Breeder special, we got a Rose special, and we got a, what's it called, a Kabu special. I'm very proud of the Kabu special. I love Kabu so much because it allows you to draw 8 cards. Shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 8 cards if you only have one Pokemon in play. If you only have your active Pokemon in play, then you get to do that. Otherwise, you draw only 4 cards. Kind of like the old Professor Birch. Professor Birch allows you to draw 7 cards, shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 7 cards if you flip a heads. If you flip a tails, then draw only 4 cards. But that's only 4 and 7. This one is 4 and 8. And there's never been a shuffle draw 8 before. I think there's a Shuffle Draw 8 with the new Wishy-Washy, but that's an attack, it's not an ability. So I prefer the trainer card compared to an attack, and Wishy-Washy only has 30 damage, sorry, 30 HP, so it's really useless if you ask me. Another Glimmer Tangle, I think that's our second one. We need 4. This one is not bad. If Glimmer Tangle is in play, you do 60 more damage. Can't attack, wow. If heads, your opponent can't attack, the defending Pokemon can't attack. Not bad. 120 for 2 energies. If you have a Malamar, it would be very good. But 120 is not much really. Heal Jamming, I got 4 of this. As you can see, I already traded 4. Because I can't wait to make a deck out of it. I've already made a deck out of the Heal Jamming, quite a lot of decks. And I will I will post some in the next few videos. In the next video actually, or the next other video. So we got a Sandyscorch V. It does 180 damage for 4 energy cost. Farfetch. Farfetch is in the new theme deck, and it's not bad. If you use it with Bird Keeper, you get to attack 180 damage, and you get to switch it out and attack 180 damage on the next turn immediately. Because, you know, Meteor Assault is the attack that allows you to do 180 damage for Farfetch, but you have to switch it out. You can't use it a second time unless it leaves the active spot. That's the effect. Oh yay, we got a Decidueye. A Decidueye with the Forest Camo ability, Deep Forest Camo. So Deep Forest Camo defends you, shields you from all attacks and effects, I think. No, I think only damage. Shields you from all damage from GX and V Pokemons. A Serena. You may put an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into your hand. Stage 2, that's not really good. A Greedent does the same thing, does the same damage, but you know, you have to shuffle it, you have to draw it back into your hand though. So a Greedent does the same damage for the same attack cost, so that's not really that good. Greedent is a stage 1 and Serena is a stage 2. Serena is pretty useless. Unless you use it with a Voltage Beat or something. It's still a stage 2 though. Stage 2 takes a long time to evolve unless you have a Meganium or something. I'm thinking of using Meganium with the new Sturdies. With the new stage 2 Sturdies. I really like the Sturdy ability. Because, you know, there are a lot of decks that allows you to do a lot of damage. One-hit knockouts. And Sturdy allows you to hold your Pokemon. It's like the new Focus Sash. So instead of being knocked out in a turn, you get to save your Pokemon and, you know, basically heal it, scoop it back up, or do whatever you like the next turn before it gets knocked out. Or you get to switch it out into something else and, you know, maybe buffer your Pokemon, prevent your opponent from using any supporters or something, you know, something to prevent them from using a boss's order. Probably impossible to do that unless you have a Kabutops or something. So we have a Heat Energy and a Billowing Smoke. Clockwork. If you don't have Cling and Clang on your bench, this attack does nothing. 200 for 3 energy costs. That's useless. I can use a Delmise for that. A Delmise does 200 damage for 3 energy as well. Oh, but you get to use a Twin Energy though. For Kling Clang, you get to use a Twin Energy. A Sturdy, yes, I love that. And a Mr. Rhyme with a Shuffle Dance and Mad Party. Mad Party and our Simisaur, that's our 3rd Simisaur. It would be pretty cool to make a Simi deck. A Simisage, oh we have 5 already, yes that's good. I think we have 4 Simisaur, I hope we have 4 Simisaurs. A Dracovish, yes, our 2nd Dracovish. Oh, no, yep, our 2nd Dracovish. Our 3rd Charizard V, not bad. We have 20 packs left to go. Final Dig, that's really good. Paired with Curse Shovel, you get to discard 4 cards from your opponent's deck if they attack you. if you get knocked out by a damage, if your opponent damages you and you get knocked out, you get to discard 4 cards from the top of your opponent's deck. You know, same as Curse Shovel actually. It's just 2, but if you attach a Curse Shovel, you get to discard 4. Spike Myth, I think that's our 4th one. Draco's Ult. I think the fossils are very quite ridiculous if you ask me. The forms are quite ridiculous. A Butterfree V, yay! Just nice to have, really. I quite hate Butterfrees because it's very annoying. If you don't switch out your Pokemon, it stacks up a lot of damage, and if you don't prevent special conditions, it stacks up a lot of damage. Unless you can kill the Panic Spores and the Toxicroak, if you can bypass the active Pokemon and kill those bench supportings, if you can kill those bench supported Pokemons fairly easily, if they don't have a Mew, if they don't have a Sky Pillar, then it would be pretty good. I think we got our second Aggron there, which is really good. Flygon, our 3rd Flygon. Probably be wise to make a Flygon deck since we have so much Flygon already. This is our 9th, oh my goodness. And we had a lot of Lunatones as well. And a lot of Staraptors. 3, only 3? I thought we have a lot more. A Bone Sweet. I think it's really cute. It's a Mangosteen Pokemon. Ampharos. 130 for 2 energies, and you get to use a Thunder Mountain. You get to use Electro Powers. Electric type is not bad, really. Fire type is the bomb, but electric type is not bad. Dark type is getting really, really good as well. I think that's the new, that's the new highlight for Darkness Ablaze. Dark type is the new highlight. With the new the new Eternatus VMAX, it really is the new highlight. So we have our 2nd Centiskorch to pair with our 2 Centiskorch VMAXs. That's really, really good. I think we have 1 million of these already. 15. Another Delcatty. A Wishy-Washy. As you can see, oh my goodness, we have 15 of that. I think it's in the theme deck. It's in the Darmanitan theme deck. Deep Sea Swirl allows you to shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 8 cards. Same as Kabu, but Kabu is kind of restricted. You need to have 1 Pokemon in play. But you get to scoop up though. You can use scoop up nets and then use Kabu and then place back your hopefully draw some basic Pokemons and then place more basic Pokemons on your bench. We got our 3rd what's it called? Hoopa Unbound. Our Polty guys. Mad Party is so annoying. I can't stand it. 40, look at that. 40 HP. It gets killed pretty easily with Roxy and Blow Away Bomb. But I usually don't have that deck. I usually play with other decks when they have when my opponent is using a Mad Party deck. I'm using a deck that targets GX and VMAXs. It's very annoying. They always show up. It's kind of like the Nuzzle deck. The Nuzzle deck always shows up at the worst of times. I think we got a Blaziken. We got quite a lot of Blazikens with the double type, the fighting fire type, double type ability. Excavalier, not bad. 3 coins, 1 head, 20 more damage, 2 head, 70, and 3, 140. Works well with Glimwood Tangle and Will. So if you have a Will in play, and I'm not sure if Will allows you to manipulate the first heads for the 2nd time if you use the Glimwood Tangle's ability, but I hope it does. Big Parasol, I love this because it blocks all effects of attacks your opponent does to all of your Pokemon. That's really good. It's like a big shield, a gigantic shield. A bubble. I think we have 1 million old PCs now. OPC is not bad. Ooh, Arctozoke. I think we have our third one. Hopefully it's the fourth. Nope, it's the third. We have 2 of each fossils and 3 Arctozokes. This is our third last pack. Let's see if we get some lucky cards. Granbull, Hintbutt Bounce, Jawlock, Call for Backup. Or still put it into your hand. I thought onto your bench. It would be pretty cool to put any steel Pokemon onto your bench. You could put a Solgaleo or something like that. Second last, Darmanitan, you gave us a theme card, you asshole. Excuse the language. Another powerful. I think that's our fifth one. Fourth. Cape of Toughness, 6. Wow. Sorry about that. Another Granbull, another Beartic. Oh dear. I think that was our last one. I think we have one more. Pretty sure we have one more. Oh no, that's our last one. You know, just for the heck of it, let's purchase another one. Because I thought it was the second last one. So just for the heck of it, let's get another one. And open it. Hopefully it's another V, because I'm pretty obsessed with Vs. Who isn't? Who isn't obsessed with Vs and VMAXs? Because they're fancy, they're so fancy. Another Billowing Smoke. Ah, another Talon Flame. Damn it. Oh well, at least I got Billowing Smoke. 4 Billowing Smokes, 6, 7. Oh my goodness. Poltegeist. How many Poltegeist do we have? 2. So it's really good to check how many cards you have so that you get to make, you know, if you have 4 of each card, that would be really good because that's the maximum for each deck. So that's all for the pack opening. I hope you gained some new insights, some new ideas for special combos. I hope you learned some of the new cards, some of the new abilities, some of the new Pokemons and new trainer cards that you get to use. Kabu is really good. Kabu is a really good supporter card, and I'm very, very proud that I got this new special star super rare supporter card. I'm so happy. Like, look at it, it looks so good. It's like a sportsman. It's very nifty. It's a very nifty effect. It's kind of like the new Clay or the new Roxy, the new you know, the new supporter cards that does a special effect that allows you to draw in a new way. You know, it allows you to draw 8 cards, shuffle your hand into your deck, and draw 4. If you have more than 1 Pokemon in play. If you have only 1 Pokemon in play, you draw 8 cards. I probably repeat that for the 3rd time now. Sorry for my repeating, but I'm really, really interested with how this gets to be used, basically. Because it's going to be quite tricky to use it. It's going to be quite good. The effect is going to be very beneficial if you get to use it. And if you pair it with other cards like Detine GX or other or Crobat V, then you get to use, you get to draw even more cards. So, or even Lieutenant Surge, you know, you get to use double supporters. So a good supporter is really, you know, it really sets you up for a good game, and it really sets you up for a good hand and everything, especially if it's on your turn. You know, if it's on your turn and you have a Kabu at hand, that really helps a lot. But it's always better to have a few Pokemons with ability that allows you to draw draw a good hand or shuffle your hand or whatever. Primate Wisdom or an attack that allows you to shuffle your hand or whatever, because maybe Zacian V, because otherwise they're gonna use Marnie or Reset Stamp and it's gonna really screw you, you know. That's why it's better to have 10. I usually have 12 or more supporter cards in my deck. For any deck that I build, I have 12 or more supporter cards, including my Pokegear, because otherwise they can use Marnie in the first few turns. They would use Marnie consecutively and they would screw you, and you wouldn't be able to do anything. With a shit hand, you can't do anything. So I'm also quite interested with the new Hatterene. Hatterene is Rebel Clash, but Hatterene allows you to discard your opponent's hand. And if you pair that with Jesse and James, if you pair that with Billowing Smoke, you can really prevent your opponent. If you pair that with the tag team, Night Watch. If you pair it with Night Watch as well, Night Watch with Hatterene's ability, with Billowing Smoke card, with what else? With Jesse and James, with Mars, whatever you have. If you use all of them together, Marnie as well, or a Thievel, not a Thievel, a Nickit, I think. A Nickit is the same as Marnie, except they draw only, sorry, 3 cards. There we go. Instigate. Your opponent shuffles their hand and put it on the bottom of their deck. If they put any cards on the bottom of the deck in this way, they draw only 3 cards. So if you use, but the bad thing about Instigate is that it's an attack, meaning you only use it at the end of your turn. You can't use any supporter cards after that. So if you use the Night Watch, you get to shuffle those 2 cards. You get to shuffle 2 cards from your opponent's hand into your deck after using all of those supporters. Whereas this one, your opponent still draws. Your opponents during their turn, they still have 3 cards in their hand. Whereas with the Night Watch, you get to restrict them even more by maybe even make them have only 1 card in their hand. You get to really discard a lot of cards from their hand. So guys, I'm pretty annoyed that I got stuck with Senti-Scorch VMAX, the card that I hate the most, mainly because it's the new Dragapult VMAX, because everyone is gonna start spamming this card. Oh my goodness, people are gonna use Welders, people are gonna use Turbo Patch on this thing, people are gonna use Kiaways and all kinds of fire type cards. You get to use Giant Heart to draw your energies, and then you get to use Welder to attach those energies immediately. And immediately you get to do 120 damage with your Welder if you attach 2. And if you have an extra 1 in your hand, if you have an extra fire energy in your hand or a heat energy, which allows you to add 20 extra HP to your Senti-Scorch VMAX, then you get to do 160 already. But you need to evolve it though. Senti-Scorch VMAX is a stage 1. And at the end of the turn, you get to attach an extra energy from a discard pile to this Pokemon. So it really adds a lot. It piles up, stacks up. Turn after turn, you get to do more and more and more damage with 160 on the first turn. Think about it. On your second turn actually, because you need to evolve it. On your second turn, you get to do 160 damage. You might even do more if you use 2 Welders already, or if you have a Lieutenant Surge and 3 Welders, you get to do even more. Oh my goodness, it's really a beast, and people are gonna spam this thing. I still think Dragapult is quite better, I think, because Dragapult still allows you to bypass the active Pokemon and deal damage counters, not damage counters to your opponent's bench Pokemon. But then with the new big Parasol, who knows? It might be useless now. Unless you have unless with the Dragapult VMAX you have a Tool Scrapper with you in your deck, then you're good to go. And you have a Chaotic Swell or some Marshadows, that would be not bad. We have Charizard V, but we don't have the VMAX. I'm kind of hoping for the VMAX, but we didn't get any of it. GMAX Wildfire is really good. Because it's a fire type, and you get to attach it really fast with any fire type. We have no Eternatus VMAX, but we have an Eternatus. We have Slowbro, we traded that one. We have Grimmsnarl VMAX without a Grimmsnarl, useless. Grimmsnarl VMAX is useless on its own, really. Grimmsnarl V is not bad because it does 200 damage for 3 energies, kind of like Delmice, but then you put 2 energies back into your hand. But if you have a Hydreigon, you get to attach it immediately on your next turn, which I see a lot of decks are being built based off of the new Grimmsnarl V paired with the Hydreigon. I see a lot of decks. I see a lot of those decks. We have a Houndoom V without the Houndoom V Max. I don't think there is a Houndoom V Max. Nope, there's no Houndoom V Max. We only have 1 of it, which means it's useless. We have 3 Mews, not bad. We have one of each Solomon's V, and we have Scizor, one Scizor. Not really that good. The only thing we can make a deck out of is the fire type Vs. And Slowbro. Slowbro, I traded it. Obviously, we get to make a deck out of it because I traded it. And Mew. Unless we trade for a few Solomon's V and Solomon's V Maxes, which I'm not gonna do because it's gonna be very heavy. It's gonna be very expensive to trade those. I don't really wanna waste my tournament tickets on those cards. I wanna waste them on the new fossils, which I already got quite a lot of. I got 2 of each fossil, not bad, but I kind of need 4, I think. I need 4 of each to be able to do proper buffering of my opponent, to buffer my opponent well enough for me to, you know, win the game. So our next deck will be based off Galarian Slowbro. So I'm probably gonna have to make a deck from Sandyscorch VMAX just because I have enough of those cards to make a deck out of it, and it would be kind of a waste not to make, you know, not to make good use of it. And it would really earn me a lot of tickets, earn me a lot of wins, and make me win things fast, because you can really speed things up. If I use this Sandyscorch VMAX, it can really speed up my rewards. I can really speed up my wins and get a lot of rewards real fast. And if I get enough of those tickets, I get to join enough tournaments, I get to make enough profits from those tradable packs, and from those profits, I get to change them, I get to trade them into any cards that I want, maybe a Charizard VMAX, any cards that I want to make a good deck, a unique deck, a deck of my own creation. So that is what I'm really interested in. The thing that makes this game really, really fun is that you get to make a deck of your own signature deck. And then you get to show it off and perfect it and make it, you know, the best deck ever. And make it the most unusual and successful deck that no one has ever seen before. You know, that would be the most awesome thing you get to do with this game, to make a never before seen perfect deck. From the new expansion especially, you know, the new expansion is you get to be more creative because you get to pair it with any of the old cards, and Ultra Prism is still allowed in the standard expansion, by the way. It's still standard to use the Ultra Prism expansion, so that is a very a bonus. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you get some new ideas. We are going to share some new decks in the next few videos. We have a lot of new decks because we have been out for so long. We have made so many decks for you to enjoy. We have a lot of new Rebel Clash card decks. We have even included the new Heal Jamming. Lethal Swipe is the latest one. Lethal Swipe is the latest deck that I made based off of Slowbro V. The new Galarian Slowbro V with the ability that allows you to poison your opponent's active Pokemon as long as your Slowbro V is the active Pokemon. But it only works once, meaning if you switch out your opponent's bench Pokemon after poisoning their active Pokemon, you can't poison the new one. So you got to think before you switch it out. Before you use Boss's Order or Pokemon Catcher or whatever. So you can even use a Fion to switch them out. And we also have our Nuclear Vortex deck, which features Chandelier. There we go. The Chandelier from Lost Thunder. And the Blowaway Bomb. That's pretty effective. And we also have our Relentless Spikes, featuring our Sandslash GX. Sandslash GX is the bomb. I call it Relentless Spikes because, you know, it uses a lot of spikes relentlessly. And we have our Turffield Barrage, featuring our Jasmine's Steelix, Thumping Fall again, but the previous Thumping Fall deck that I made was an expanded format. Now I made a standard format, Steelix V, which is much harder because standard format you don't have the level balls, you don't have all the special cards that you get to use in expanded format. Expanded format, you really get a lot of choice of cards because, you know, you get to make a very diverse deck. You get to pair a lot of decks. You get to blend it very well. You know, a level ball allows you to get any Pokemon. You can even get an evolution Pokemon with a level ball. You can even get a basic Pokemon. You don't need a quick ball to get a basic Pokemon into your hand. So a level ball does a lot, and a Tapu Lily, and a lot of other Jirachi EX. Even Jirachi EX, you get to use Scoop Up Net with Jirachi EX, meaning you get to draw 2 supporter cards onto your hand. If you need 2 supporter cards, if you have a you can't use Lieutenant Surge in expanded format, but you can use it in standard format. You can only use 2 supporter cards if you have a dual brains ability from Magnezone. So Magnezone's dual brains ability allows you to play 2 supporter cards on your turn. So if you have that Pokemon in play, you get to use your Jirachi EX, scoop it up again, use it again, and use 2 supporter cards. Maybe use a Boss's Order and a Welder, or a Boss's Order and a Roxy, or a Boss's Order and a Professor's Research, or whatever, or a Will and a Professor's Research, whatever. 2 supporter cards does a lot of makes a lot of difference. Like, it really does, especially if you have a lot of Cynthias and a lot of Marnies and a lot of a lot of Ditine GXs, a lot of Shaymin, a lot of Crobat Vs in your deck. Then you get to draw over and over and over. You get to shuffle until you get the right hand that you need to do something to your opponent, to do whatever you want to your opponent. So basically, 2 supporter cards makes a lot of difference. But the bad thing is Magnezone is a stage 2 Pokemon. So I've also tried to make a deck out of the Centiskorch, the old Centiskorch from Sword and Shield, featuring the attack 100-Foot Flames, which allows you to discard one card from the top of your opponent's deck for every fire energy attached to the Centiskorch. I've tried using Alcremie with the Fiery Flint. Yep, I've tried using Centiskorch with Alcremie and Fiery Flint with Salazzle. Doesn't work. It's too bad, because that 100-Foot Flames really sounds like a really good ability. And I've even tried Blazing Grenade. I've even tried using Porygon Z with Typhlosion with Centiskorch, and it still doesn't work because it's you need 2 stage 2 for that, and you need to find a way to draw a lot of special energy cards into your hand, which is quite impossible, So it's very tricky. How do you use the 100-Foot Flames to be able to discard enough cards from your opponent's deck before they get to kill you, enough to take all of their prize cards? That's a challenge. That's a big challenge, and I've been challenging myself for the past month, and I still can't crack the code. I still can't crack this card. I can't make this card to work. I can't make this 100-Foot Flames to work. It works quite well in the expanded format, but it works very badly in the standard format. I can't make it standard. It's just impossible. So there are probably better other cards that you get to use, especially the new Dunsparce, the Final Dig ability. The new Dunsparce allows you to mill your opponent's deck better, and you get to use it with Belilba and Bryson-Man. You get to use it with Curse Shovel. You get to use it with a lot of other cards. You get to use Risk Taker as well. The new Risk Taker from Toxtricity allows you to discard your opponent's top 5 cards from their deck, as long as you flip 2 heads, I think. Is it 2 heads or 1 head? I think it's 2 heads. Yeah, but basically it's 5 cards from your opponent's deck. So it's a Risk Taker card. So you get to use that with Glimwood Tangle, or you get to use that with Will. If you have a Lieutenant Surge, you get to use 2 Wills. Pair that with Magneton's Call Signal, you get to use Lieutenant Surge immediately. So basically, those are the ideas that I have. Hope you enjoyed them. I'm definitely gonna show my latest one in the next video. I'm not sure if I will show the Slowbro V one, but I think that's probably the one that I'm leaning to. I'll probably show the Slowbro V in the next video, so if you want to see how that deck works, I'll show a quick preview for now. It features the Slowbro V's Rapid Fire Poison ability and False Swipe, and Kartana's False Swipe attack. So you already know how it works. It's basically the new Eradicate deck. The new Eradicate Super Fang attack plus Hypnotoxic Laser. So you get to use, for the Eradicate, you get to use, if it's an expanded format, you get to use triple acceleration energy and hypnotoxic laser to do to immediately knock out your opponent's active Pokemon in one shot, in one hit. Whereas with this one, with the new standard format, you need to do a lot of things because this is 3 energy attack cost, it's only 70 HP, but it's a basic though. It's a basic type it's a basic Pokemon and it's a Ultra Beast, meaning you get to use Beast Ring. The bad thing about this card is that it has 3 energy retreat costs, and it's a V, meaning if they knock it out, they get 2 prize cards. So you really need to adjust it according to your opponent. If your opponent has all non-V cards, non-GX cards, you really need to use other cards. That's why I have a Pheromosa and Buzzwole GX to make sure that I get to bypass, I get to defeat those decks, the decks that doesn't use any Vs or GXs, because if I use my False Swipe, it would be very, pointless, to waste so much cards and so much turns just to use the False Swipe attack to. So comment below your favorite V card of the new Darkness Ablaze expansion and what you plan to do with it. What abilities that fascinate you as well, the new Pokemon ability that fascinate you, and what new combos you have in mind. And basically anything you want to comment, feel free to comment below. But please let us know your favorite V card and let us know your favorite combo or Pokemon ability, because that would be very interesting for us to know, and we get to learn more about you, and we get to challenge each other as well, and we get to make a community out of it. We get to challenge each other and battle with each other, or make decks, build decks and battle each other. It would be very interesting to see other unique decks, non-cliche decks, because there are so many new decks that are very, very cliche. But like the Pikachu Zekrom deck, that is very, very annoying. I find it very annoying because so many people keep spamming it, and you get people, you get sometimes people using it with Vs and pairing it up with new cards, which is very creative of them, but it's still quite annoying because it's the same format. All of those cards are the same. You get the tag team, you get the Volkner, you get the Electro Power, you get the Electro Charger. It's the same format. Like, come on, people. Come on, use your creativity to make new decks, to make out of the ordinary decks, Like Sandyscorch VMAX, I know people are gonna spam that. I just know people are gonna spam that. It's gonna be, for me, it's just gonna be a deck that I use to get quick wins so that I get to build my unique decks if I need to. But for me, I usually wouldn't use those decks, because it would be better for me to even make a unique deck from the get-go, to make a deck that is uniquely mine, that is different from the rest, that is out of the ordinary, and that works well, and that does not use standard format, not standard, but cliche formats. Always the same cards that everyone uses. Use your creativity, people. We need to make our own signatures. I mean, that's the best way to show our personality. Not just do it for the wins. We shouldn't do things for the wins. We should do it for ourselves. We should build ourselves. This is how we build ourselves. I'm sorry, guys, but it's just an encouragement. I'm not being critical here. I'm just being encouraging. So I would probably make do with what I have and make new decks out of it. But if I need quick wins, if I need those rewards, then I have no choice but to make a Dragapult VMAX deck. Even the past Dragapult VMAX, I have no Dragapult VMAXs. As you can see, I have no Dragapult VMAXs. I didn't even bother to trade for them. You see, I have 0 Dragapult V and 0 Dragapult VMAX. It's the most annoying effect. Put 5 damage counter on your opponent's bench. It's the most annoying effect. And if you pair that with Malamar, even just a simple Malamar, you get to kill your opponent within the first few turns. That's crazy. And then after that, turn after turn you get to do damage again and again and again and again. And it's 320 HP. It's crazy. The most overpowered card ever. So the bad thing is it's weak towards dark type. That means the new Darkness Ablaze is gonna kill it, you know, because we have a lot of dark Bs, we have a lot of dark VMAXs, we have a lot of dark normal, even non-VMAX cards that are dark types that can do quite a lot of damage, like Hoopa. Hoopa does 90, which means it does 180 damage to this one. I'm not sure if it bypasses the weakness. I'm not sure if it affects weakness. It might not. It might just do 90. But Hoopa is not bad of a card, you know. So anyways, make your original decks and share it with us. And, you know, share your favorite cards in the comment below, and share your favorite combos, your favorite ideas, or any of your favorite abilities of the new Darkness Ablaze expansion. Share it in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a nice day, and see you for now. Bye!
Oregon.
You too.